sounds of the Dons. We've made our very own SE Dons Spotify music playlist. The link is in the description. Click on it, follow the Dons on Spotify, and listen to what we're listening to. Hey Donnie, it's a great idea there. Anything. We do what Dons do, longest 90. Anything.
What go on? We're there, I brought the car, man. I brought him to spectate, fam. Watch.
Don't say you brought anyone.
To prepare him for next week, you get me? Obviously, I give them under 3-0 thing, you get me? But I had to bring him to see what I'm about to do today, you get me?
This ain't gonna save you. This is not gonna save you.
I had to bring my boy Oz back.
This is not gonna save you.
I my boy Oz back. Check what he's got on his head, though.
How come Ajidi never come back?
But he's been training still.
But that doesn't mean nothing if you ain't gonna play in the cage.
You don't remember what I done to him? He ain't coming back.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Oh, shizzle!
Oh no!
Hey, kid's taking his hat off.
Oh, he's done it again.
Hey, kid's taking his hat off.
Oh, he's done it again.
What are you saying, Palms?
We're family, man, innit? Got the family out. Come see the victory. The Ballon baby's here. Hey Chris, come on, Dons. Nice turn. Give me touch. Yeah.
2-1, what you saying?
What's going on, Chris? It's been a long time.
Good to see you, man. You see what Scotty's been up to?
Oh, he put round his bum. I saw that.
Scotty's free.
Rudy and Louis, anything for the Dons, boys? Future of the club.
Lovely.
Just answer one question, I'll leave you alone. Are you scared of the cage?
Basically, Montel, yeah, got put in a situation where he's been losing week in, week out, and he was given a carcass or a bit of prey to kind of go and hunt it. That bit of prey was supposed to be Malachi, Lamar, and Ginge. Ginge proved himself this morning, tapped out, didn't turn up. So what, you think I'm going to let my boys go down that way? No chance. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down fighting. That's all. We ain't cowards at the club, man. Get out of my face, man.
I heard somebody pulled out, yeah? And the choice between you and Big G to step in. So why didn't you step in?
Big G put his name forward.
But would you have stepped in?
Yeah, of course. But Big G put his name forward. Look, he's ready. He's ready to play. To be honest, I don't think I'm ready to play right now.
You say, Lamar?
Go on, get yourself.
I heard you just here for the win.
Well, I grew up on concrete, bro.
But so why are you always late?
I've been in the cage, B.
Oh man, it's hot, man.
Hey, Donny, make sure they're clear on the rules of cage football today.
Yeah.
And what a foul is.
It's cage football. You get pushed, you get kicked sometimes. Allow it, man. We've like girls, man. Play the game, bruv.
Obviously, my hat is standing for Scotty today, so we're gonna call it Mr. Robinson Cam.
What's on Monts Cam?
Yeah.
You can't give Monts Cam if he ain't one in the cage, you know.
Malachi, you just love talking. What are you saying, George? You got the late call up. This guy's always trying to be serious with that. He's gonna get negative. I'm now warm. I'm accustomed to the cage.
came in the red, with the red.
Yeah.
DJ 4-dayer.
Take him once.
Come on with Dayer.
Come on, fam. He's come
Tell
here
him
to
that we don't want
watch.
that
Who
smoke.
comes here to watch?
He's a waste man.
Who comes here to watch?
You get me? Bro, you must be Sergeant.
I've done my duties. I've done my duties.
What you saying you're ready for the cage and that? I'm not sure that you're really warm, like. You're not really warm.
Listen to me, yeah. I grew up in cage.
You grew up in cage?
I grew up in cage. I grew up on concrete, bro.
Just look that way. My team.
Imagine we could bring people to come watch the cage matches, you know what I'm saying? Like 300 people outside the cage. It'd be sick, bro, but we have to follow the guidelines, man. We can just about get away with doing this. So thank you for your patience, people, but we got to stick to the rules, man.
Quick one, I'm missing something. Where's Scotty?
Scotty's got a week off, sent him off to Greece. 4 wins in a row. Mitch sent him to Greece, bro. Chris, we're back again. Back in the cage, couple of familiar faces. You've seen him before, played him once. Finds the game too easy. Let's see if that can happen today. It's RP7, got an early wake up call last week, but he's back. No cap. Oz, cleans cars for a living. Don't let him clean you. Some are followers, some are leaders. Stepped in last minute. Big G. They said he's just a teacher, so we called him Mr. Robinson. All of the man. How about both? The return of Lamar. Chris, you know the rules by now. Now let's get into this.
Lamar's out!
Today in the cage.
RP7, Oz, Montel versus Lamar, Big G, Mr. Robinson.
Now let's get into this.
Ask a Don! Every week we're going to be answering 2 questions from the comment section. It's very simple. Just put hashtag Ask a Don, let us know where you're from, and we might just answer. It's Ask a Don! TT22_RL, Ask a Don. Will there be a 200k show?
You're darn right.
Tom Lally, hashtag Ask a Don. Ask Big G. What was he doing down at Croydon Power League? I might have to step in and see no comment. This one's Dan from Devon. He's asking a Don, how does Scotty sleep at night, knowing he humiliates man in the cage?
Scotty? What?
Ask a Don! Play ball! Okay, then what's happening, people? Welcome back to SC Don's Cage Football. Or should I say, welcome to Bonfire Night? Bring it, Lamar! Big Lamar! Big Lamar!
That's outside. Bang off the.
So a fiery start to the cage. Both teams are -1. Then this happened. Oh, he's done it again! -2!
What's going on here?
Stop. It's no goal outside the area, but it's a nutmeg. It's outside the area, so it's -3.
-3. But I got a nutmeg.
Yeah, I know. So you don't gain a point for a nutmeg. They lose a point. Jules said no, not today. I tell you what, this could be an upset. Oh no! Oh. With this wild start, there really has been no room for commentary. Another shout for nutmeg not given. Mons clears, no goal.
Are you entertained? Boy, this is amazing. I've never seen the scoreline before.
So -3, -1. It's a 2-goal advantage already for Team Big G. They just got to try and plough through them and make the right decisions, and they could nick a victory here. I've got some advice for Big G. I say it out loud, you're playing against the better players. I say it out loud, you're playing against better players. That's a mad start. -3, -1. So, a bad start for Team Mons again. He's starting to realise he better slow things down and get a hold of this game before he loses grip. Then this happened.
One-on-ones now, I'll go tight as I can. Might lose.
This world with love is not a home.
Oh, shizzle! Snoop Dogg's back! Bro, that one's called Snoop Dogg.
That was from Snoop Dogg.
There you are, look. Bring Snoop Dogg back, bring Snoop Dogg back. Bring back Snoop Dogg. If I told you last year Snoop Dogg was Albanian, you wouldn't believe me. You do now. It's cage football. Use the cage then. That's it. After a bright start from Team G, maybe reality's starting to hit. -1. RP7, Mons, 1 over the top. Oz. Nil -1.
Strength. Go on, lad. Go on, you. Don't give up.
Nutmeg. That's -1. So another nutmeg from Team G evens the scores, showing us they're not here to just roll over. It's Lamb Dog saying no way to the boy with the cap backwards, knocks it over to Mal. It's a lovely bit of football with G, and he scores, but it's deemed as outside the area. So we look to our lino.
What?
Yeah, it was. Hey, Liam can be an official, you know. Liam, in or out? Was that in or out? All right, -1, no goal.
One goal doesn't score a goal.
Sure about that, big man.
I did take it.
Oh, look at that. Boy, Medea. So approaching the 7th minute mark, finally we have a breakthrough. It's 1-0 to Team Mons. Have you ever eaten cornflakes without milk? It looks like this.
I really love the way you love me, yeah.
I need to escape. So approaching 8 minutes, this really is one of the weirdest starts to a cage match I've ever seen. It is still -1 apiece. Big G's team definitely not rolling over. Hang on. Oh! Nil -1.
He has a hand on the
play.
He ain't hand on the play. Can't do that. How can someone shoot? You can't do that.
Nil.
You cannot do that.
You don't make rules.
So you can shoot. Boys.
It's not hand on. It's never been that.
Wow, what's it like, Mal?
Stuck on a windy night.
Trash talk beginning to start. Oz picks it up on his left. You know how that story ends. So the score is back to 1-0 for Team Monts. It's Robinson in the corner. He's chased down by RP7. It's a big challenge. Knocks it forward. It's Robinson again. Runs into Oz. RP7 drops off. 2-0.
Right, man. Are you still on -1, yeah?
2-0 now. So 2-0 Team Monts starting to get in control of the game now, to be fair. Quick footwork from Oz, knocks it back to Monts. RP7 just skips past Lamdog easily. Shouts for a nutmeg not given. Hey Lam, RP7's right behind you.
Oh! You know, so man uncle would do.
Not being funny, Lamdog, but I did tell you.
Man uncle would do, lads.
So the boy Lamdog's been taking part in yoga. He shows with that stretch and lovely back heel flip. It's good football from Team G. He gets dispossessed by Oz. Donny Jones got some words of advice for him.
Good tackle, George. You got to lead, George. You have to lead. You have to be the leader. You're playing against better players. You got to pull it out of the bag. You can.
I'll be real. I don't think this is gonna work.
Hits the cage. Turns boys into men. Bastard.
Why are you man not running around the cage?
Ah, man. Monts asked for a scout, and he got one.
Don of the week.
Get yourself featured on Don of the Week. It's simple.
Just send your pictures in.
Sent in by Drew M. Walker, a kid.
In a kid shirt.
Oh, SK, that shade's brought years off you.
That ain't SK Crook. That's Alex, and he's part of the family.
Joshua, I spotted another dad. That's Ryan Palmer. Ryan Palmer! Shut up. I spotted another dad. See that right there?
I see you spotted RP, but what about TP? You've been spotted. Spotted on.
You're meant to jog 5Ks.
So why is he walking?
I've been spotted.
Footwork alert.
Never, man. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
It's all gone mad. It's all gone mad.
I'm gonna be silly. I'm gonna be silly.
4-1. Oz just said he's gonna be silly. Oz just said he's gonna be silly. I heard him. Oh, for fuck's sake. As a commentator, I should be neutral. It's getting silly. 5-1. So 5-1. Team Monts heavily in control. Great bit of footwork from Mr. Robinson, but it's outside the box, so it don't count. It's cage football. I'll show you.
Fucking hell,
man. Robinson gets one over the head. G tells him don't stop. So Big G demanding pride from his players. RP7 and Monts just doing kick-ups, treating the cage like Zippo Circus. I guess Lamdog ain't no clown. Yeah, they're taking the piss. Love that, Lamb. Love that.
Fuck that off. That's against me, bro.
Approaching 14 on the Buble. Big G fires one back to Lamar. He does well to try and deal with it. Quick stretch over to Mr. Robinson. It's cleared away. RP7 gets there first. Make that 6. I remember Big G saying to me that skippers should only come off the pitch in a stretcher. That's 6-0.
Well done, you.
6-0.
6-0.
Love that, skipper.
Don't fucking listen to him.
Love that.
Got a lot more work to do.
Yeah, let him know you're there. Approaching the 15th minute mark now. 6-0 currently to Team Monts. RP7 gets there first and makes it 7. You can see though Big G's team are not switching off. It's a lovely turn, to be fair. Good footwork from Mr. Robinson. Big G can't quite get his foot there, so the goal don't count. But straight away, Oz's team are just hitting them on the break. Skips past Big G, crosses it along, and make that 8. I've got places to be, come on. Places to be. My kid's watching us, come on. Hey fam, I need to win this cage. Sometimes you gotta clap. Oh! Yeah, he's done his thing. Lam said not today. Hey, Mal, we need more from you. There you go. Oh. Love that. No heads, George. So 8-1, and it looks like Mr. Robinson has forgot he's left the tap on his bath. It's all starting to overflow. Lamar tries his best to switch it off. Just can't do it. To play for a club like the Dons, you have to have spirit. As you can see, G's team 9-1 down. It looks like it's going to be an impossible task to get back, but they're still hunting, they're still working. G gets his foot to it, he's demanding more from his players. Robinson just looks up, he fires Lamdog, drops a chicken leg. RP7 just trying to keep an eye on it because he's been legged before. He finds Big G, he rolls his play. I tell you what, That's 9-2. So more possession from Mons' team. It's RP7. He tries to stop the game while Oz does his laces. Big G is having none of it. Mons just flicks it over Mr. Robinson heads and passes it back to RP7. Skips away with a nutmeg on Big G. It's just horrible to watch. So more, it's RP7. He's got Mons to his left. He goes right, cuts it over to Mons. He tucks it away early doors. Mons looks up straight away. Big G still switched on, pulls one back. 10-2. I guess some of you just here for the Megs.
Oh, yeah, no goals. He had no control of the ball. What? He had no control of the ball.
Was it a Meg? I didn't see that.
Meg, you see that?
It was a mix. It was a mix.
Yeah. It was a mix. Done. Move on. Fine, Meg.
10-1. So approaching the 20th is Mons. He flies it over. Lamb comes flying in head first like Chris Benoit. Nose splashed all over the cage. Drops a step over, gets away. It's great feet from him. It's only as far as Mr. Robinson. He tries to get in. Lamb eventually scores. It's 10-2.
There's some heart there, some spirit. Let's go, 10-2.
Body shape.
If I'm honest, nothing really comes from in this attack. But the way Oz just skips around is almost a form of wizardry. Knocks it over to RP7 and they start again.
Body shape. Know where the ball is.
Megs again.
Yeah, nutmeg as well. Nutmeg. Now we've played.
So past the 20-minute mark, RP7 the engine just changes direction. 11-1.
Don't run out of ideas. Be brave. If it don't work, we work.
Love the energy, G.
Take him on. He ain't good enough. He wears hats in the cage. Big time Charlie.
So as you can see, at 11-1 down, I guess all the boys have got to play for now is pride. G using his words to just try and motivate his players to keep them going. But again, once his team find himself in possession of the ball, it's a flying kick from Mr. Robinson. It's only as far as Big G, and I think he buys this foul.
Hey.
So more ruthlessness from Team Mons. They make it 12, but I'm not interested in this bit. I'm interested in what happens next.
It's just damn right rude.
That's the skipper.
I've seen it all.
I bleed in this cage.
The skipper! I've seen men give up in the cage. These men ain't giving up, fam.
See me, Scotty. We're gonna close this game off in about 10 minutes.
I'm told you before, this is cage football. There's no rules, there's no manners. We don't care if you're a baller. The balls are there to be used, and Oz uses them.
Oh shit, that's my bad. Sorry.
RP7, Oz sticks one in on Robinson, rolls him, as Mons would say. It's too easy.
Don't talk.
I'm not being silly. I said it's not here to be silly.
The silly one, fam.
The silly one.
The silly one, bruv.
G, gives a trick.
Lambs.
So more never say die attitude from Team Big G. Lovely ball for Mr. Robinson, couldn't quite find him. G gets his body in the way. 13-3. 13-3. Approaching the 30th.
Lamar said no way. Kicked it out and got some breath. Lamar said no way, kicked it out and got some breath.
So more from Team Mons as he runs at Robinson, gets his foot in the way. Seems like the punters are fans of Lamb Dog.
Big Lamb Dog! Big Lamb Dog!
Great footwork from the dog to find Robinson, but they push him backwards. I'm gonna give you the cage experience. Listen to the punters live.
Palm said no way, oh. Yeah. 2 teachers, you know?
2 teachers, yeah. Hey, teacher beef, innit?
Yeah. Curriculum talk. Oh, I've got a better curriculum. I've got a better curriculum. Oh, it's a lovely eye. You know what?
What's that?
That was quality. 14.
So 14-3, only one more goal needed. But G ain't finished yet.
Did you miss it?
So half an hour of football being played so far. This is the longest match we've had. It's lovely football from Team Mons, but G's team just jockeying, nicks himself a nutmeg. That makes it 13-4. 31 on the radio, it's more from Team G. As I said, they are not lying down, they bring another one back, it's 13-5.
The question is, could a comeback be on the cards? It's Oz. He skips away, gets past Robinson. Big G literally puts his body on the line.
It's the bloody skipper! It's the skipper! It's the skipper! Oh no! Oh, he gave everything he could. He gave everything he could, you know. So what happens? Is it a goal? Is it a goal? Yeah. But he literally put his body on the line. Chris, let this be a lesson. What's the skipper? Let it be a lesson.
So more fight being shown from Team G as Lamdog passes it forward to G. He tries a sneaky one, makes a mistake, but he makes up for it and gets the ball back. Tries to get past Oz. The punter's screaming out he's got nothing left, but he won't die. He's come back and received it. It's excellent stuff and hustling from Team G. It's now 14-6. Could a comeback really be on the cards? This one's outside the area.
Outside the area.
14-6.
So 14-6. It's Mr. Robertson on the ball now, being jockeyed, knocks it over to Lamdog. He passes it forward to Big G. It's 14-7. I tell you what, they're not lying down. But then this happened.
Outside the area. 15.
Done.
I didn't give up. And that follows on from my message last week. If you keep going and you keep persevering, you get a W.
My man of the match. My man of the match. Yeah, but these men showed levels at the end of the day. They showed levels. They showed why they play against Team Scotty. That's what they done today. No, that's what you done today. You showed why I'm going to give credit to my team. But this team has been my favourite team so far.
I can't lie, bro.
My favourite team so
unorthodox. I loved it.
It's good to be back 4 months out, but I'm looking forward for the shout out again.
I was entertained.
Bro, I need to call up again. Someone get on the phone. Hey Chris, tell me who I need to talk to, bro.
Bad on baby came. My family see the victory, you get me? I told him, man, don't get me warm. You see last week coming in here, give me a taste, that's a mistake.
Next week, Scotty versus Mons.